Here we go again. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Ken Johnson, and I kind of do a bunch of hodgepodge stuff. This is a life channel, but I also do fishing and hunting, and lately I've been trying to do some, acquire some B-roll cameras. B-roll cameras are used to get additional footage besides my telephone that I use, my cell phone, and my action camera, my GoPro. So these are normally more affordable but lesser quality cameras that if they get destroyed, it's not as bad as destroying a DJI Osmo Insta360 action cam, GoPro, really anything from GoPro 10 to GoPro 12. So that's what I've been trying to do. And so today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and trying of the Vivitar 924. Now, if you remember, just a few weeks back, I did an unboxing and trying of the 923. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a link up probably here or there somewhere, and you will see that. So go check out the 923 unboxing, and then you'll see today what the 924 offers. Okay, so this is an unboxing of the Vivitar 924 action camera. If you don't know anything about Vivitar, they started out in the 1930s, and they were basically a company that imported German-made lenses for film, like cameras. And they were the first to, really, they're the ones that started this whole idea of having interchangeable parts so that you can have different cameras taking the same type of lens, so that you can thank them for that. After World War II, they started using Japanese-made products. And so you can see here that, it's got bicycle handle mount, micro charging cable, chest mount, head mount, adhesives, wrist strap, car dash mount, a 900 milliamp battery, waterproof case, selfie stick, floating grip, 32 gigabyte TF card, and another 500 milliamp battery. So that's good. Now, if you look here, you can see all the accessories. It says it supports up to 128 gigabytes. So that's important to note. Now, I would love to hear from y'all if y'all like these types of videos. Normally I do reviews. If I'm going to do any type of thing showing a camera, I don't do an unboxing. But this is pretty good packaging. I wish that it had the model number, but it doesn't. It tells you use a class 10 or higher micro SD card for this. I'm going to talk about that. Vivitar is owned by Sakar International. And Sakar, they're based at Edison, New Jersey. And what's interesting about them, if you like Realtree camo, if you like the Transformers, if you like Polaroid, if you like Margaritaville, they own a bunch of brands. And Vivitar is one of the oldest. In fact, if you remember Olympus cameras, that was Vivitar. Vivitar, they were the first to import Olympus cameras. And they were known, when I was a child back in the 80s, to be a company where you could get lenses that were fairly affordable for cameras that were rather expensive. So if you had spent out a ton of money on, say, a Canon, you could get a Vivitar lens And you know, you wouldn't shell out all that fortune of money on a lens that you might only use 1 or 2 times. Now, what I do not like about Vivitar, they have a 922, a 923, now this is 924, and they all look the same. And they all have the same pretty much standard look. This right here is the 32 gigabyte card. You look at this real quick. They've actually upgraded the card. This is actually a better card than the older models. The older models, and what they had pictured on the box, was not a good card. So they actually have upgraded the card, although 32 gigabytes will not be enough for what I'm going to use it for, so I'll upgrade the card. The float grip. A lot of people don't see a need for this, but I paid roughly about $60 on Amazon for this, so I would like to have my camera if it falls overboard or whatever. So I'm going to use this on a rig in a future video. Let's look here. This comes in a nice case. It reminds me of GoPro. This reminds me of what my GoPro came in, and oh dear God, they just jam-pack it full of crap. This right here is a simple little selfie stick. It's telescopic. You can use a 1/4 screw to mount it in. So that's good. It has a 1/4 here. And then, you know, you can screw it and everything into place there. So it is set up for the 1/4. So you can use that for your, and it's got a little locking device so you can move it up and down or whatever. I'll probably use this on a modification build in the future. This right here is the car mount, the little dash cam thing that they talk about. I might use it. I've been wanting to do a dash cam, but I might end up using that for that. If nothing else, I may hook my GoPro to that because, you know, they're trying to market this as a GoPro buster. I don't think it's a GoPro buster. The older models, they said that was for vlogging. Now they've kind of gotten away from that. They're no longer saying it's for vlogging. They're just saying it's action camera and that's all it is. This right here is a head strap. I just paid $10 for a head strap. So right there, you know, if you were to buy a cheap head strap off of Amazon, eBay, Temu, any of the standard places that you're looking for cheap head straps for your GoPro, $10, you can't beat it. With this right here, that's about another $10 I would have had to pay for the mount for the car mount. So that's $20 in value on roughly $60 I paid on Amazon. It came out in September 2023. This right here will fit into chesty mounts or any type of system. It's a simple locking mechanism that all action cameras come with, a little gooseneck looking thing with your little screws that come in there. These are actually pretty good, even though they're plastic, they're pretty well made. So those right there, about $3 or $4 a piece if you try to replace them. Some of these sticky pads, I never use the sticky pads, but I will use some of these sometimes when I'm trying to piece together stuff for shots. So if you're a content creator, all these little pieces, you never know where you're going to use them. This right here, I use this more than I ever thought I would, but this is a standard. I probably can fit any action camera being made that's a budget action camera using this. I've never used on my GoPro, but I probably could even fit my GoPro on here and it worked fine. But it has the 2 1/4 little slots here so you can screw it in, put in a shoe for cold shoe for like a light or microphone or whatever. This right here is a bicycle mount. You can use this for a number of things, including extensions, things of this nature. I'll actually use this for a review later on, so that's good to have. I use these sometimes when I'm trying to mount the camera, my GoPro. So I use all these parts can be used and are used a lot of times by me for different things. There's another one of those little attachments. Here's another little attachment here so that you mount it off to the side, some little attachment, another little. You get a ton of these. It's amazing how much you get. This one right here looks like it's a little wristband strap if you want to wear it like a watch. Some of these people who do action stuff, they like that. Your Velcro straps. More of these little doodads here. More of those little nuts. Again, this right here is pretty good. The one I actually am filming and I have my GoPro in place is actually a plastic one, and the nut actually pops out. So I like it when it fits in good and it's all solid. It's not coming out, it's all good and solid. So we got this right here. So you got a ton of stuff. Then this right here, yeah, this is what I was wanting to know. I didn't look at the camera yet, but I wanted to see micro USB. I don't understand these companies that they're marketing to Americans and they're still using a micro USB charging cable. Why use micro USB? Nobody does that hardly anymore. Use a USB-C. This is standard USB with a micro USB. So that means that in my field test, I'm probably going to have to find me an older model charging cable for what I want to do in my field tests. Here's the chesty mount. You know, you don't get this with GoPro. I'm sorry. I mean, you know, I'm filming with a GoPro. I like my GoPro. My wife bought me a GoPro. I'm very blessed to have it. But at the same time, GoPro don't do this. And they could, and they don't. And like this chest strap right here, what they call chesty, a lot of people call chesty. This right here, you're going to pay 20 bucks if you try to buy one off of Amazon. This is cheap Chinese plastic made junk, but I shouldn't call it junk. I will say it's cheap Chinese made product that's usable, but it's not like a quality chesty. This is just what you're going to be able to get if you need a chesty or whatever. 20 bucks right there. Just the head strap and the chesty mount is already paid for that camera, even if the camera's garbage. Got this little doohickey here. I'm gonna have to actually look at it. Oh, that's a wrench. So that's actually a wrench feature. Another little strap here. You got a blue strap here. Got another bicycle mount thing here. Another little plastic thing, or sticky thing, another little sticky thing. And this is where I wanted to look at this right here. So this is how you know it's a 924. That's the only thing in this whole thing that says 924. I don't like it, but 920 DVR 924-BLK. So this is your guide to tell you what all you get, how to turn it on, what it does. Then you got this one right here is troubleshooting for your 924. Looking at the 924. There's a lot of guys. Now this does have a unique mechanism. I want to say that you have to, they was telling me that you got to do something special with this. So Normally, don't say anything about the case. Oh, there it is. You got to push up and then it comes out. So it's got a double locking mechanism. Now, it does have a pretty good insulation there for your thing. This tells you about, I can't hardly read it because it's a mice type, but about how to operate the camera. Now, a lot of guys that do these unboxings, you always see them, they'll pour them a stiff drink and then they'll start unboxing these things. They talk about, oh, this thing is messed up. Well, first thing, you got a sticker here. Now, I don't know, but I believe that there's another sticker, and I feel it, I think. Or did they not do it? The older models have a piece of film right there. I can't get it off, so I'm going to say that they don't have that film there anymore. They was getting a lot of complaints from people saying that their camera was all messed up. And it wasn't that, it was the fact, now I'm seeing something looks like it's scratched, and I'm thinking that's that protective film cover. Yeah, there it is. You can see it. See, that's that film cover I was telling you about. It's not scratched. The lens was never scratched. A lot of people thought that was, but it wasn't. And I bet you the same thing is on the other side. I bet you that if I keep playing with it, that there's going to be another protective film, but I'm going to leave it like this. This right here, you just kind of open this up. It's already got the battery in here, and then there's an extra battery. So this right here, this is the 900. It's a 3.7 volt lithium ion battery, 900 milliamps. The other is supposed to be a 500 milliamp. The SD card goes in here. This is the SD card. Got your gold right there. Put it down in there, facing down. No, there. That's where the hole goes. So it goes in there like that. Click it into place. Once it clicks into place, you're good. There you go, it clicked. Takes a little bit of skill to do that. This is kind of the standard action camera battery that you see. I probably have about a dozen of these where I bought cheap action cameras. Let's see if they actually got this charged up. So this should be powered up. Alright. Says that it needs to be charged. Okay, not surprising. There's only like 4 or 5 reviews on Amazon. The whole reason why I bought this was to actually look at it and now wait a minute guys, I want to show you something. The camera here, if you look here, I'm going to try to get in where I can zoom in, but that says 924 BLK. All right. Now look at this. It's hard to see, but this says 923 BLK. So this is not a 924 in here. This right here is not a 924. This is the 923. So I bought a camera. I'll be unboxing it too. And it's a 923. So I don't know why they put a 923 and a 924. I have no idea. But this is kind of depressing somewhat, because I should have had a 924. I got a 923. You can pick up a 923 for just under 30 bucks. They are pretty common. 924 is supposed to be the newest. I don't know what that's all about. And there's the other lithium battery. 500 milliamps. So they did everything right except putting the wrong camera into my kit. I don't know if this is a bait and switch or what this is. But this is not a 924. This is a 923 camera. That is kind of shameful. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll take this out. I'll show you what all it does out of the box, and then we'll conclude the video there. But yeah, this is kind of upsetting. I would have expected a little bit better from a company this old, that they would have. I mean, 922 came out, and then they came out with 923. They never really changed the marketing much, but the cameras are supposed to be different. This is supposed to be the newest, supposed to have came out in September. Got a different model number, but yeah, that is not a 924. This is 923. So I'm going to have to contact the company. I'm going to see if they make things good or not. And see what we can do. I'll also maybe have to do an Amazon customer service request and see if we can get something fixed. But it has Wi-Fi. You can tell. It even says 924 is, you know, the Wi-Fi name for the camera. So I don't know what's going on. They got a toll-free number. I'm gonna call them up. I may call them up now and then see what we get.
Thank you for calling customer support. Your call may be recorded for quality and training purposes. Kindly stay on line and an agent will assist you shortly.
Thank you for calling Vivitar. My name is Tom. How can I help you?
Yes, I got the 924 model kit for your action camera kit. And when I opened up the kit and looked at the camera, on the camera it says that's a model 923.
So, like, you mean it's DVR 923?
Yes, so the kit, you know, when I look at the, why I bought it, it says the model number is supposed to be a DVR 924-BLK. when I opened up the box and I pulled out the camera, it says that it is a DVR 923 KIT-BLK.
Okay, yes, I got it. Like you mean on the box it is mentioned as DVR 924, but when you open the camera, it's 923?
Well, it's not, the model number's nowhere on the box. However, when I bought it from Amazon, it had that model number. And when I'm looking at the Easy Read instruction guide, it says DVR 924-BLK. But when I open up the actual camera out of the box and pull it out, where it has the FCC sticker, it says that the item number is DVR 923 KIT-BLK.
Okay, yes, I got it now. I'm really sorry, sir. Like in that case, you need to check with the place of purchase itself with Amazon. And can I know when was it purchased from Amazon? The date?
I bought it, I would say, right around Christmas time, right after Christmas time. So, because I'm trying to do a YouTube video doing a box opening and a review of this product, and since it's the newest camera, I was wanting to.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really sorry about the issue once again. In that case, like you need to check with Amazon itself, sir, like with the place of purchase, because like I said, it is it says the wrong model on the website, but it's the different model in the package.
Right.
So you need to check with the place of purchase on it, sir. And also from our end.
For calling Amazon product support. If your item is not working, you need warranty information, or you need configuration or return support, please press 1. For other topics related to your order or for questions about your Amazon.com account, please stay on the line.
To help us assist you as quickly as possible, please have your order number ready. We will connect you to the next available agent. Thank you for holding. We'll be with you as soon as possible. Note that answers to common questions may be found on the help pages of our retail website, and you may all...
Hi, hello. Thank you so much for contacting Amazon Product Support. This is Ellie. Can I have your name, please?
My name is Kenneth Johnson.
Hi, hello, Sir Kenneth. Thank you so much for that. How can I help?
Well, I had a camera that I ordered that was delivered to me, and so I was actually doing an unboxing for a YouTube video, and I got to looking at it. It is the Vivitar EIS 4K 30 FPS camera. The model is supposed to be DVR 924-BLK, and when that's what's on the little instruction package and all that. But when I pulled out the camera, I looked at the camera and it says that's a DVR 923 KIT-BLK. I called Vivitar. Vivitar said I need to call Amazon. So what it is they put the wrong camera into the wrong kit, and I'm needing to switch out the 923 that I got for the 924. They hung up on me. That's good. Great customer service. Let's try this again. Try that. Go there.
Thank you for calling Amazon Product Support. If your item is not working, you need warranty information, or you need configuration or return support, please press 1. For other topics related to your order or for questions about your Amazon.com account, please stay on the line.
To help us assist you as quickly as possible, please have your order number ready. We will connect you to the next available agent. Thank you for holding. We'll be with you as soon as possible. Note that answers to common questions may be found on the help pages of our retail website, and you may always email us by...
Hello?
Hi. Thank you for contacting Amazon Product Support. My name is John. May I know your name, please?
Kenneth Johnson.
Hi, Ken. By the way, thank you for being an Amazon customer. How may I help you today?
Well, I had called earlier and we got cut off. I bought a Vivitar action camera from y'all, and the everything came in the kit as described except for the camera. They put the wrong model camera into the box. I called Vivitar and they said I have to call Amazon. So they put a 923 model camera into the 924 kit. And so it's not the newest camera model, it's the older camera model.
Oh, I apologize, Sir Ken, regarding about the item that you received from here on Amazon, which is a wrong model camera that you received when the time that you open the box on it. You receive an old model instead of the new model on it. But no worries, sir, I'm here to assist you with that. The best thing that you can do right now is, can you provide me the last 4 digits of your order number so I can check here on my end?
Oh, absolutely. Let me pull that up real quick. And trying to pull that. Bear with me. Let's see. I'm trying to find the order number. Let's see. View order details. Here it is. All right.
Yes, sir,
The last 4 are 5453.
5453. Let me check here a moment. 5453. All right. I have the 4 items appeared on my screen. Can you name the item for me, sir, Ken?
The Vivitar EIS 4K 30 FPS 12 MP action camera bundle.
All right. Thank you so much for confirming your item here on my resources. And right now, sir, I'm going to ask you a question first. How's the condition of the box of your item when the package arrives at your home? Is there any unsealed or damage on the box on it?
No, everything was fine. So everything arrived perfectly. I can't complain about that. And I was actually doing a YouTube video doing an unboxing, and you know, I'm taking all the lens protectors off of the camera and all that. And when I flipped it over, I was like, wait a minute, that says 923. That's how I noticed it.
All right.
So that's actually what happened. It's just the wrong camera. Everything else is in perfect condition. You know, I can't complain about anything except the camera being wrong.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the information, Sir Ken, regarding about all the information that you've provided to me. So right now, Sir Ken, I have options to offer you right now regarding about your camera because you received it wrong model on it. Right now, sir, would you like to proceed a replacement on it?
Well, if I could just switch out the camera and send the wrong camera and just get a 924, that'd be fine. If I have to switch out the whole bundle, I can. I don't mind doing that. I would like to get the 924.
Yes, sir. Upon checking here, sir, I already filed a claim to the seller of your item that here on Amazon that you received a wrong model item that you received just on January 5th, 2024. And I already raised a ticket on it, sir. So no worries, sir, in regarding about the next replacement on it, sir. Would you like to proceed on it, sir? I can file a claim for a free replacement sale right now, sir.
Sure, that would be fine.
All right, let me go ahead to process a replacement for your camera, sir, okay? And regarding about your return, sir, return the old item, sir. Would you like to proceed on a UPS drop-off?
Yeah, if I could just drop it off at the UPS store in Milton, that would be fine.
Yes, sir, it's fine. In any branch, in any side of the UPS, it's fine, sir, no problem on it.
Okay. So GoPro overheated waiting on help, so I had to take the battery out because it got so hot it was having a burning smell. I love GoPro.
Hello, ma'am. For patient to wait.
No problem.
And I'm so sorry, ma'am, for the long hold. So, ma'am, I double check it on my end. So, ma'am, you will receive the same the camera that you've been placing order, ma'am.
Okay.
So, no, it's for you, ma'am, to worry about this 923.
All right. So when you pulled it up, you actually pulled it up and looked at the camera and saw the FCC, and it says that it's a DVR 924 KITBLK.
Yes, ma'am. The one that you've been placed, ma'am, for this camera, ma'am, is the one that they already been processed replacement for you.
Perfect. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure somebody verified and had hands on it because, like I said, I'm trying to get this for a YouTube video doing an unboxing, and it's been a nightmare. And plus, I've got fishing trips and everything else I'm trying to do. So, anything that you can do to make my life better, I appreciate you. Well, we have received our replacement camera in the mail. It looks like somebody did try to take this off, so maybe the Amazon person did do what they said they was going to do. I'm giving them credit and saying that they did. Can't say that they did, but looks kind of like they did. All right, let's take this out. Do this. Here we go. All right. Now, this is what I want to look at. Remember, you pull up, called a double lock, comes off. I can't see through that. Let's see. 924. So this is a 924. Yay. It's got the right everything. So Amazon did do what they said they would do, thankfully. Now we're going to look, should be the same everything. I'm not going to pull all this stuff out again for you to see. I'm going to charge the battery on this, and then we'll go ahead and do the rest of the video. You've seen the 923 that I posted. So this will be the 924 unboxing. I'll do something similar to it. I'll try to not have some of the shakiness beforehand. And then later on we'll do a review. Not in this video, but in another video we'll do a review. And we may do another review comparing the 923 and 924 and see if we see any difference. Already looking at the 923 and the 924, it appears to have the same case, which is not uncommon. Vivitar is known for using the same case over and over and over. And what most people don't realize is that Sony, they produce a lot of the sensors and lenses and everything that all these action cameras and dash cams and all that use. And if it's not Sony that they're using something that's cloned after Sony. But Sony is really the only name in the game if you want to do any type of electronics with cameras and sensors, stabilization. And so all these companies are buying from this one producer. And it's just a matter of what lens they used and what sensor. That's all that makes the difference. So I don't know, maybe they upgraded just a little bit with the sensor to call it a 924. It could be just a very small amount and Vivitar create a new model. I don't know. But we'll find out when we get there. Everything else should be about the same. So if there is any difference, I'll let you know. As far as like the SD card, things of that nature, it should be a class 10, which the 923 did not have a class 10. So that's something that Vivitar, I think they upgraded on this. I don't know what all else they've changed with this camera. Maybe they've picked out some issues. I can tell you one thing I'm already seeing right here. One of the first things I want to look at, micro USB. So this is the newest model and they're still using a micro USB. They would not change the case to fit a USB-C. Get your act together, Sakara International. Get Vivitar under control. Get them to do what is common sense and standard with about any other brand. Get a USB-C. My goodness. Oh well. I'll see you out in the field as we do some videoing. Hey Blue. How you doing? Doing alright? Our blue butt? Yeah. Yeah. So this right here is a type of cane that it grows mostly around saltwater areas. You'll see it sometimes in freshwater areas. Now, I've been told that the Native Americans back in the old days would take this type of cane and use it for arrows. It's very flimsy. I doubt they did it. But if you go over here, you can see that it gets actually pretty tall. Now, my friends call me Sasquatch, and I'm 6'2". I'm a pretty big boy. But right here, this is probably about some 12-foot tall cane here that you can see growing up. And it gets really tall, but never very big. It's not like river cane, and it is not like bamboo. But this is a cane that you find all throughout Northwest Florida. If anybody knows what it is or what it's technically called, I would love to know that. Please let me know. But I thought I would share that. So we got a little bit of something different to discuss, and then we got this riprap here. So how's the color? What do you think? This right here is a common plant that you'll also see around wet areas. You can actually eat it. It kind of tastes like lettuce. So just a little bit more about our area. Let me know what you think of the footage. Is the 924 as good or better than the GoPro? Do you notice something different? Is it? I know with the 923, one of the things I noted was that the image seemed to be a lot bigger or more. It was increased, but the resolution of the GoPro was better. So I was seeing a difference of about, I would say about 5 times increase, if not more, of the image size, where there's a disparity in how much I can get into a far off shot with the GoPro versus 923. I get way more into a far off shot with GoPro than I could with the 923. But when I edited the resolution, it didn't seem to be native 4K. Right now, we're filming in 4K, 30 frames per second with image stabilization on. So we're going to test the image stabilization in just a second, but I wanted to show this tree here. There we go. See all that? Old tree here. Been around forever. Hurricanes and everything, it's eroded away at the beach, and so these roots have just been eroded away. Makes for a very beautiful shot. But let me know what you think. Notice any difference. And I mean, this root right here is going out, I would say 20 yards. Good grief. All right. So now, let's do some testing. I'm gonna run to the dock. There's actually a piece of cane sticking up here, so I'm just gonna run along the beach and see how the image stabilization is. So ready? Get to see a fat boy run. Let's give it a try. This is standard running. This is me just holding the pipe. What do you think? Alright. Now I'm going to come back, run again to the tree. Has the image stabilization. Alright. Alright. Does the horizon seem fairly stable? Alright. That'll conclude this test. So this is what it looks like. Right now, tide is low. It is a very windy day. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna show this right here. You've got an illegal crab trap somebody set out here. They've not put any identification about who owns it or anything, so therefore it's illegal in the state of Florida. I'm not gonna mess with it. But just showing that. There's some birds out here looking in the sun, going away from the sun. There's a boat coming in. We're right now at low tide, so it's real shallow, about 2 foot of water. Just testing this out. One thing that you can see here, you can see the barnacles and the water line. So when it's high tide, the water line will come up about another 4 foot, and you'll actually get sheephead and stuff that come along and will eat barnacles. Looking at the barnacles though, no sheephead have been in here eating. So that lets me know water's not cold enough yet, or they're just not moving in this area. So turning away from the sun. There's that old tree that I was talking about. You can see all the roots and everything. What do you think? Alright, so I have got the 923 and the 924 side by side. So let's first test out the audio. I'm panning on a seagull right now. So let's try out the 923 audio. So this is the audio for the 923. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, and this is in wind, high wind gust. Now, let's test the 924. So this is the Vivitar 924, high wind gusts, testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can you tell a big difference between the two? Alright, so this is my GoPro sound, and this is in high wind gusts, no wind dampening. And this is test 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can you tell a difference? Alright, now let's go back and do a test on the image stabilization. So this is going to be a testing of the electronic image stabilization feature between the 923 and the 924 to see if there's any difference between the two. Both of them are set with image stabilization at 40 frames per or 4K 30 frames per second. Alright, now the 924 does go up to 60 frames per second, but they do not have the EIS, the electronic image stabilization. I will state that you cannot connect two cameras to the software because for whatever reason Vivitar did not make this Bluetooth, it made it Wi-Fi. If they had done it Bluetooth, I could have connected both cameras to the software system, but it will not let me. I have to do it as Wi-Fi, and you can only do one at a time with the Wi-Fi. So let's try this. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Start running to the tree. How is the electronic image stabilization between the two? Is it nearly identical, or is it something different? Looking between the cameras, that's going to be interesting to see what makes a different model number for Vivitar, since they seem to have virtually all the same components, casings, all that. It's got to be a different Sony sensor or Sony clone type sensor, or maybe a difference in camera, I don't know. Alright, so we're going to run back. 3, 2, 1. Tell me, what do you think? Is it different? Is it the same? Has the resolution? Has the magnification? Do you see any type of difference? Has the color saturation? Alright, that concludes these tests. There's really no reason to do a lot of filming for this. This is just showing that you can film with an external battery pack. So I've got this hooked up. You can see it's hooked up to the camera. And so that is how I'm operating this camera. It will work with the external battery. That's what you need. That's important to make sure that you got an external battery to operate these cameras, because they send you such a weak battery that unless you're doing very minimal footage, it won't last you very long, and you're going to be waiting hours and hours and hours to use your camera. These things right here, you can get them fairly cheap off Temu, eBay, Amazon, any place like that. This is the waterproof, solar powered one. I wouldn't trust it because it came off Temu being waterproof, being operated this way, but they say it is waterproof. I think when you're charging something, it's not waterproof because that little flat thing is no longer protecting the outlets. But there you are, it's working. Now I'll show you some edited footage and raw footage, and then we'll close out with the outro. I don't know if you can see that, but right out in front of us is a hawk, or as we say in Cherokee, Tawoti. That is a young hawk. Man, Shio Tawoti, Dohishu, Ostasuna. So I did want to do the compare and contrast between 923 and 924 because I wanted to see if there's any differences between the two models. But also I think I owe it to you to do what I did in 923 model. So I am going to show you some of the same clips where I've edited them for quality based off of lighting, balancing of color, and sound. I hope you enjoy. Hey Blue, how you doing? Doing alright. My blue butt. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so we're doing a trying out and unboxing of the 924 from Vivitar. So this is what it looks like. Right now tide is low. It is a very windy day. So I'm going to go and I'm going to show this right here. You've got an illegal crab trap somebody set out here. They've not put any identification about who owns it or anything, so therefore it's illegal in the state of Florida. I'm not going to mess with it. But just showing that. There's some birds out here looking in the sun, going away from the sun. There's a boat coming in. We're right now at low tide, so it's real shallow, about 2 foot of water. Just testing this out. One thing that you can see here, you can see the barnacles and the water line. So when it's high tide, the water line will come up about another 4 foot, and you'll actually get sheephead and stuff that come along and will eat barnacles. Looking at the barnacles though, no sheephead have been in here eating. So that lets me know water's not cold enough yet, or they're just not moving in this area. So turning away from the sun, there's that old tree that I was talking about. You can see all the roots and everything. What do you think? Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about is that I don't know if you noticed it, but I really didn't tell much difference. So in every way, I saw no discernible type of changes between the 923 and 924. Maybe you saw a difference, but I just didn't see a difference. The footage, unedited, is that ugly orange color. It's like that 1980s out of focus, not that great, grainy type of deal. And that's really because it's not a native 4K. They cannot tell me that is native 4K. I said on the 923 unboxing that I think it is probably 2.7K maybe, but now thinking upon it, I'm pretty sure it's going to be 1080p or maybe a little lower. It's no way is that scaled up to 2.7K. There's not really any type of horizon leveling that I saw, so no on that. Although, to be honest, even though my GoPro 10 has it, it glitches out a lot, so I can't fault Vivitar too much because GoPro has known issues and they do nothing about it. They didn't have any type of light balancing. That's an issue. GoPro at least has light balancing. It has pretty good light balancing. Again, with 923, the 924, it seems like the frame is closer than you would see with that like a GoPro. So basically, the frame that you're showing, it seems way too close compared to a GoPro. The lens, they use a thing called lux, and the lens magnification, as far as light, the lux is too high, and so it's more dark than, and you have to have really bright lights to make it have a good video, unless you do in post, which is video editing. And I mean, it's like you have to do a lot more video editing with the Vivitar than you do a GoPro, even though GoPro will need in post editing from time to time. It's not water resistant. That's another thing. GoPro out of the box is water resistant. For whatever reason, all these budget action cameras still try to use the old GoPro 4 that needs that plastic case. That makes no sense. The batteries. The batteries suck. Moreover, they're nothing like the normal action camera batteries. And also, they don't give you the time the other action camera batteries give you. A Casso, as bad as I dog cuss a Casso, they at least give you two 1050 milliamp batteries. You don't get that with this, and also the Vivitar does not have an action camera battery that could be used on the same charger as all the other action camera batteries. This is, so you got to charge it in the camera, which sucks. One of the problems that they have is that they're trying to make up for the value difference by doing a bunch of add-ons of cheap items, like the head mount, the selfie stick, all that stuff. I think the value should be in the camera, not the add-ons. If you have a good quality camera, you shouldn't be trying to do all these add-ons. So that's another issue. The audio, it sucks. It really sucks, especially if it's in a case. Outside the case, it still sucks. There's no way of really fixing that, and there's no audio jack, so I can't even put in good quality audio, do a audio that is like a wireless microphone system, anything of that nature. You should have that available. And then, like I said, with the value, you think about it. On Amazon or Temu, I can get a head mount for about $8 to $20. I can get a chest mount for $8 to $20. Selfie stick, same thing. Bike mount, same thing. The bike mount sucks. I used it the other day on a fishing trip. I had bolts flying everywhere. It sucked. The selfie stick, it came apart on me on that trip. So even though I tried to use this as a B-roll camera, the equipment they provided broke on me in the field. So something I want to talk about with the 924 little selfie stick. It is a glorified piece of crap. The reason why I say that, I've got it hooked to my kayak. I was going to use it as a B-roll camera holder. And this right here where my finger's at, it's got just a little piece of metal holding that in, and then the rest is hollow. And that glue gave way, so my camera gave out. So I may end up losing this camera on this fishing trip. That's a problem. They did finally get the SD card right, but it's only a quarter of the memory. And so it's half the memory that the 923 offers. So that's another issue. I still do not understand why any company would have a micro USB. And then even though it allows me to use an external battery, that case is such a booger that it's hard to get everything cut and secured and everything, so you can use a battery, external battery through the case. It's just a nightmare. Again, this is not a review, but I thought I would share it with you so you can see what to expect when you buy a Vivitar 924 and what it looks like in when you just take it out of the box and use it. Later on, I will do a 923, 924 review. Both of those will be two separate videos, but I'll also compare them and contrast them like I did in this one.